related developments coming out of the United Nations General Assembly. As it does progress, different reactions have come in from world leaders on the recognition of the Palestinian state. The United States continued to criticize the move and also globalist institutions in his UN General Assembly speech, while highlighting the renewal of American strength around the world. Let's take a listen in to what White House spokeswoman Caroline Leavitt said.
As for all of these Western nations that are recognizing a Palestinian state, the president has been very clear. He disagrees with this decision. He spoke about that in the UK, standing right next to his friend, Prime Minister Starmer, and he feels this does not do anything to release the hostages, which is the primary goal right now in Gaza, does nothing to end this conflict and bring this war to a close. And frankly, he believes it's a reward to Hamas. So he believes these decisions are just more talk and not enough action from some of our friends and allies, and I think you'll hear him talk about that tomorrow at the UN.
Meanwhile, Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney spoke in New York on Monday, emphasising Canada's support for the state of Palestine and the importance of adapting to the new global economy. He also acknowledged the limited impact of recognition, noting it does little to change the situation on the ground.
Well, I think the first thing to say is this is consistent with our policy since 1947. Every Canadian government, whether of whatever political stripe, has supported a two-state solution, as many other countries have. What we have been seeing, first because of the acts of these heinous acts of Hamas, but then other in terms of response, is that prospect is receding before our eyes. Okay. So the idea of waiting until all the conditions are in place for a free and viable Palestinian state committed to peace and security side by side with the state of Israel, as what I've called a Zionist Palestinian state, which is what we want. Those conditions being in place, keeping the concept there on the shelf, when it is the avowed policy of the Israeli government that there will never be a Palestinian state.
Meanwhile, Britain has updated its foreign travel advice to list Palestine for the first time, replacing occupied Palestinian territories, while several other Western nations have extended recognition, prompting fury from Israel. Palestinian refugees in Lebanon, Jordan and Syria have welcomed the move, but said it was not enough, calling it just talk without tangible action to end Israeli attacks in Gaza. Let's listen in to what a few refugees had to say.
ونحن بنعتبر انه بريطانيا لما اعترفت بدولة فلسطين هو اعتذار ووعد بالفور، لانه هذا الاعتذار ولازم علنا يعتذروا على الظلم اللي اعطوا للكيان الصهيوني الدولي بما يسمى دولي، ونحن بنقول انه هذا انجاز كبير.
Ali, this of course comes at a time of the ongoing war in Gaza and annexation from an occupation of Israelis in the West Bank. Some people say that the international community is not doing enough to push for a two-state solution, even though it is in a lot of the interest of the countries that advocate for it. How can countries do more, and which countries are which countries should be doing more here?
Thomas, nothing will stop Israel. The international community, whether also the United Nations, also they are confirming for the ceasefire to stop the war in Gaza, the Israelis' war. But no one can stop Israel. Everyone condemned the Israelis' offensive of Gaza City, but also no one can stop the Benjamin Netanyahu's plan. No one can hold the war in Gaza. Also, it's worth mentioning that, Thomas, who resumed the war in Gaza, who Benjamin Netanyahu during the mid of January 2025, there is a ceasefire, but who resumed the war in Gaza in the mid of March? Benjamin Netanyahu, despite the Hamas didn't break the ceasefire deal with Israel and releasing the hostages according to that deal. So Benjamin Netanyahu, he doesn't want to hold the war for his. All the Israeli community realized that Benjamin Netanyahu's war waging this war for his own benefit, for his power in Israel. So what is required from the international community to enhance the Palestinian Authority in West Bank, and also all the international community confirmed there is no future for Hamas in Palestinian statehood. Despite that, Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump think this is a word for all. It's clear the statement of the international community. Hamas has no future in Gaza, in Palestine. Hamas no has any kind of a future.
Yes, Ali Bushback, thank
The civilian.
I believe we have some
West
network
Bank and
issues with Ali there. Hopefully he joins us